my name is Emily Redding, and I've actually been working in the restaurant industry for 3 years now. And I truly believe that waitresses and servers and bartenders should get paid at least minimum wage. And so currently there is this big debate on how we need to raise minimum wage. But what people don't understand is there is a group called sub-minimum wage. And Patrick McGeehan reported that the minimum wage has been $7.25 an hour for nearly 10 years, but the federal minimum wage for tipped workers is just $2.13 an hour. And the thing is many states and many businesses see this $2.13 an hour as like bare minimum, so that's what they're going to pay. So I printed off this chart. So all these light green states, like the lightest green, is $2 to $3 on average. The darker green is $3 to $5, and the more darker the colors, the higher the pay. But as you see, most states are getting away with paying servers $2.13 an hour. And the U.S. Department of Labor actually states the following states do not have minimum wage laws: Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, South Carolina, and Tennessee. So these states have more leeway on what they can do. Now, a lot of people think, oh, you're getting paid $2.13 an hour. How is that legal? Well, to make it legal, you have to make minimum wage with your tips. But to make minimum wage with your tips, on paper, they show it before they pull out tip share. And what tip share is you give your bartenders and your host a part of your tips or your sales. So on paper, it looks like you're making minimum wage, but in reality, you're not. And for me, I live in Kentucky, and I work in Tennessee, so I have to pay taxes on those tips. So I'd get $0 paychecks, and then at the end of the year, you actually have to pay Kentucky the money they couldn't pull out of your paycheck to pay for your income tax. So you're not making your minimum wage, you're actually losing it. Because it looks like you're making minimum wage, but in reality, you're not. And a lot of people know they're not making minimum wage unless they make those tips. So to make those tips, they put up with sexual harassment from managers, from other servers, and from customers. And the Times actually did an article, and they stated the restaurant industry is the single leading source of sexual harassment claims in the U.S. And this is because servers have sections. They get certain tables. And some skeevy managers like that I've had, they flirt with their servers, and the servers think, well, I need this section. I need to make money tonight. I might as well flirt with him back. Or you get a little nice old man sitting in your section. He starts flirting with you, grabbing your butt, and you're just putting up with it because you don't want to upset him because he's your source of income. So you put up with that sexual harassment to make that money. But if you were getting paid minimum wage or more, you wouldn't have to put up with that. You would make your money and not have to worry about is your work environment safe. And another thing is if you make minimum wage, you're more likely to stay at a job because you know you're making your money. So the restaurant industry would actually save money because the turnover rates in restaurants are so high. They would save money on training, and they could actually invest that money back into their restaurant, which would bring more guests in and bring in more revenue, not just for the server, but for the restaurant. So this way, it wouldn't just benefit the servers, but it would also benefit the business and even the community. And this is why servers should get paid minimum wage. They don't have to put up with sexual harassment. They make ends meet, and it benefits everyone, not just the server.